The sky, a vast blue canvas. Birds soar effortlessly, riding invisible currents. We gaze upwards, a yearning in our hearts. Radio-controlled RC airplanes offer us a taste of that freedom, a chance to dance among the clouds. But mastery of the skies demands more than just flight. It requires precision, control, and a delicate touch, especially when bringing our miniature aircraft back to Earth. Landing an RC airplane is both an art and a science. It is the culmination of skill and judgment, a delicate ballet between pilot and machine. A perfect landing fills the heart with pride. It signifies control over the elements, a triumph over gravity's pull. Just as a bird navigates the air with grace, so too must the RC pilot guide their craft with expertise. This guide delves into the heart of RC airplane landings, unraveling the secrets to achieving consistently smooth and controlled descents. Whether you are a novice pilot seeking to overcome initial hurdles, or a seasoned enthusiast aiming to refine your technique, understanding the core principles is paramount. Let us embark on this journey together, exploring the techniques that will transform you into a master of the skies. Landing an RC airplane can appear daunting at first. The ground rushes closer, the controls feel sensitive, and the margin for error seems razor thin. But fear not, for this intricate maneuver can be broken down into manageable steps. By understanding the key principles and practicing diligently, you will gain the confidence to land your aircraft with finesse. There are 4 primary techniques that, when mastered, unlock the secrets to consistently successful landings. These techniques are interconnected, each playing a crucial role in ensuring your aircraft touches down smoothly and safely. We will explore each technique in detail, providing clear explanations and practical advice to guide you on your journey to landing mastery. First, we will delve into the concept of stall speed, the minimum speed at which your airplane can maintain flight. Understanding stall speed is crucial for judging your approach and executing a controlled descent. Next, we will explore landing patterns, the graceful circuits flown around the airfield to manage altitude and align the aircraft with the runway. Then, we will unravel the art of the flare, a subtle yet vital maneuver, performed just before touchdown to reduce vertical speed and achieve a gentle landing. Finally, we will examine the role of technology in modern RC flying, exploring how features like autopilot and automated landing systems can assist pilots of all skill levels. Every airplane possesses a critical threshold known as its stall speed. This is the minimum speed at which the aircraft can maintain level flight. Below this speed, the airflow over the wings becomes insufficient to generate enough lift to counteract gravity. Knowing your airplane's stall speed is fundamental for safe landings. Attempting to land at a speed significantly higher than the stall speed can result in a bouncy and potentially uncontrolled touchdown. Conversely, approaching too slowly risks entering a stall close to the ground, leaving little room for recovery. Finding the sweet spot just above the stall speed is key to a smooth landing. Determining your airplane's stall speed is best achieved with an experienced instructor by your side. They can guide you through a controlled stall at a safe altitude, allowing you to recognize the visual and auditory cues associated with an approaching stall. These cues often include a mushy feeling on the controls and a decrease in engine noise, as the propeller loses its bite in the thinning air. Once you are familiar with your airplane's stall characteristics, you can use this knowledge to judge your approach speed. Aim to maintain a speed slightly above the stall speed as you descend, making subtle adjustments with the throttle to control your rate of descent. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you fly, the better you will become at instinctively recognizing and reacting to your airplane's behavior near the stall speed. Imagine a graceful waltz performed in the sky. That is the essence of a well-executed landing pattern. This standardized flight path, flown around the airfield, serves several crucial purposes. It allows pilots to manage their altitude gradually, control their speed, and align their aircraft perfectly with the runway centerline. The standard landing pattern consists of 4 legs: downwind, base, final approach, and touchdown. The downwind leg is flown parallel to the runway, allowing the pilot to assess wind conditions and adjust their approach accordingly. The base leg is a 90-degree turn away from the runway, initiating the descent and positioning the aircraft for final approach. The final approach leg is the most critical, requiring precision and control. The pilot must maintain a steady descent rate while keeping the aircraft aligned with the runway centerline. Any deviations from the ideal glide path must be corrected smoothly and promptly to avoid a hazardous landing. Mastering the landing pattern takes practice and a keen eye for detail. Pay close attention to your altitude, airspeed, and alignment throughout each leg. Develop a feel for the effects of wind and turbulence. Remember, the key is to maintain a consistent and controlled descent, setting the stage for a smooth and precise touchdown. Section 5, Technique 3, Executing the Perfect Flare. As your aircraft glides down the final approach path, the ground looms larger. It is time for the most delicate maneuver of the landing sequence, the flare. This elegant ballet move, performed just above the runway, is crucial for a gentle touchdown. The flare involves gently raising the aircraft's nose, using the elevator control, to decrease the descent rate and bleed off excess airspeed. Timing is everything when it comes to the flare. Initiate the maneuver too early and you risk stalling the aircraft before reaching the runway. Flare too late, and you will experience a hard landing that could damage your aircraft. The perfect flare is a smooth and gradual affair, resulting in the aircraft settling onto the runway with the grace of a feather. The exact height at which you initiate the flare depends on several factors, including your aircraft's type, weight, and wind conditions. As a general rule of thumb, begin the flare when the aircraft is approximately 2 to 3 times its own height above the runway. The goal is to transition from a descent to a near-level attitude just as the wheels gently kiss the tarmac. Mastering the flare requires a delicate touch and a feel for your aircraft's behavior. Visual cues, such as the apparent size of the runway and the movement of the ground, can help you judge the correct moment to initiate the maneuver. Practice is essential. Spend time flying low passes over the runway, gradually reducing your altitude with each pass to refine your flare technique. Section 6, Technique 4, Embracing Technological Assistance. In the ever-evolving world of aviation, technology has become an indispensable tool, and RC flying is no exception. Modern RC aircraft often come equipped with sophisticated electronics that can assist pilots, both novice and experienced, in achieving smoother and safer landings. These technological advancements range from basic stabilization systems to advanced autopilot features that can handle the entire landing sequence autonomously. One such feature is the autopilot system, which can maintain a pre-programmed altitude, heading, and even airspeed. This technology can be particularly helpful during the approach and landing phases, allowing the pilot to focus on fine-tuning the aircraft's position and executing a perfect flare. Some advanced autopilot systems can even take over the controls entirely, guiding the aircraft down to a safe and automated landing. Another valuable tool is the GPS module, which provides precise location data to the aircraft's onboard computer. With GPS integration, pilots can set waypoints and define flight paths, including automated landing approaches. This technology is especially useful for beginners, providing an extra layer of safety and guidance during those critical final moments of flight. While embracing technological assistance can undoubtedly enhance your flying experience and contribute to safer landings, it is crucial to remember that technology should complement, not replace, your piloting skills. Always maintain situational awareness, be prepared to take manual control if necessary, and never rely solely on technology to land your aircraft. Section 7. Practice makes perfect, honing your skills. Like any skill worth mastering, becoming proficient at landing RC airplanes demands dedication, patience, and a healthy dose of practice. The more you fly, the more intuitive the process becomes, and the smoother your landings will be. Treat each flight as an opportunity to refine your technique, learn from your mistakes, and build your confidence in the air. Start with the basics. Master the art of controlling your aircraft's altitude, airspeed, and direction at a safe altitude. Once you feel comfortable with these fundamental maneuvers, gradually introduce landing practice into your flight sessions. Begin with simple approaches, focusing on maintaining a consistent glide path and keeping the aircraft aligned with the runway center line. As your confidence grows, challenge yourself with increasingly realistic landing scenarios. Practice landing in varying wind conditions, simulating crosswinds and turbulence to develop your ability to make precise adjustments. Experiment with different approach angles and speeds to find what works best for your aircraft and flying style. Remember, every landing is a learning opportunity, regardless of the outcome. Analyze each attempt, identifying areas for improvement, and celebrating your successes. With consistent effort and a commitment to honing your skills, you will steadily transform from a novice pilot into a seasoned aviator, capable of executing flawless landings with grace and precision. Section 8 Conclusion: Soaring to New Heights. As the sun begins to dip below the horizon, casting long shadows across the airfield, your RC airplane glides gracefully down from the sky, touching down softly on the runway. The gentle thud of the wheels on the tarmac signals the successful completion of another flight, a testament to your growing mastery of the air. Landing an RC airplane is a rewarding endeavor, a delicate dance between human skill and mechanical marvel. While the journey to landing mastery requires patience, practice, and a willingness to learn from your mistakes, the rewards are immeasurable. Each successful landing brings with it a sense of accomplishment, a feeling of control over the elements, and the satisfaction of having guided your miniature aircraft safely back to Earth. As you continue to explore the world of RC flying, remember the key principles we have covered: understanding stall speed, mastering the landing pattern, executing the perfect flare, and embracing the potential of technology. But above all, never lose sight of the joy and wonder that drew you to this hobby in the first place. Embrace the thrill of flight, the challenge of pushing your limits, and the camaraderie of fellow enthusiasts. As you refine your skills and soar to new heights, may your landings be ever smoother, your flights ever longer, and your passion for the skies continue to grow. Let your adventures in the world of RC flying be filled with excitement, discovery, and the unwavering pursuit of aviation excellence.